Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. It's big 2026. Can you believe it? I hope you guys, if you celebrated, had a lovely Christmas. If you didn't, I hope you just, enjoyed the time you might have had off, spent some time with loved ones, eating good food, just chilling out, because I know, I enjoyed the break. But yeah, we're back better than ever. Here's to a year of, great collecting. So for me this year, two main resolutions. First one was to upload a little bit more, because obviously last year, as some of you may know, had the Achilles injury, kind of slowed me down a little bit in terms of upload frequency, etc. But we're back now, better than ever. So yeah, even this month, got a few things to look forward to. I've got an Arita signing event in a couple of weeks. Also got the Natural History Museum and Pokémon collab this month as well. So a lot of great content coming to you guys real soon. My next New Year's resolution is to collect a lot more artist autographs, whether that be signed cards, signed posters, etc, etc. I really want to grow my collection in that side of things. And I thought, when I was brainstorming my New Year's resolutions, I was like, why not make a 101 tips and tricks guide for those who might be, maybe new to autographs or new to the hobby, or even if you're a vet, just giving you some kind of tips and tricks that I know and have used at previous events that people have asked me for, on Instagram via DM. Perfect time to plug my Insta. Make sure you follow me. It will pop up here somewhere. I just thought, take the time to kind of make a video and just kind of cover off the key points, tips and tricks, and really to hopefully help you guys get better autographs. Disclaimer, I am by no means an autograph expert, and I don't ever claim to be. There are people a lot more qualified to speak on this subject than me. I'm simply just sharing tips and tricks that I've used or I've heard and seen at signing events that I think might be beneficial to you guys. So just to clear that one up. So without further ado, let's get into it. There's quite a lot to cover in this video. If you do like what you see, please just leave me a like, a comment. If I missed anything out, feel free to enlighten me, to enlighten anyone else that does view this video. Let's get straight into it, guys. So catch you in a bit. So for those of you that might be new to Pokemon, you might be thinking, an artist signature? Like, Lens, what are you talking about? And simply put, if I just grab a Pokemon card here for a second, if you grab any Pokemon card, normally on it, this one, it's in the bottom left, but sometimes it's like up here. You'll see, I don't know if you can see zoomed in here, you'll see the text or the 4-letter word. It'll say ILLUS, like short for illustrator, and then it will have a name following it. So that name is the person who designed the artwork for the card, and simply put, that's the illustrator of the artwork. And when I talk about artist signing events or artist signatures, it's these type of events where you'll go and attend and you'll see one of these artists, and they'll be willing to sign bits of merchandise or posters or whatever of their artwork. And some people, myself included, really like going to these events, meeting the artists that create some of our most beloved characters, and getting the opportunity to kind of interact with them, and getting a memory, I guess, in the form of a signature or a photo or something like that. So I guess one of the most important things to cover off first is how do you get access to these events? So let me start by saying there are some artists out there that, simply put, you're realistically never going to get access to. Like, if you came to this video wanting me to help you, find Ken Sugimori so you can get your Shining Gyarados signed and sketched, this isn't the video for you, because some of these artists are like unicorns. Either they've chosen not to sign anymore, they might be retired, or the Pokemon company themselves have put in their contracts that they're not allowed to sign or put pen to paper outside of the work they do for the company. Just to kind of clarify that one first, there are a lot of artists out there that you're not going to get, and it's unfortunate, but game's the game, right? So simply put, the best way to find out about a lot of these events is to follow your favorite artists on their social media. If I use Arita as an example, I'm going to use Arita a lot in this video because he's probably one of the most quote-unquote common artists that you'll find events for. if you went onto his Instagram and followed him, he'll usually put up posts like in collaboration with event organizers, giving you information about where he's going to be. I think he also has like his own page where he lists dates of the events he's going to be, going to. And it's just really important to kind of follow, the artists that you do want to meet, because a lot of these events, they'll sell out honestly in seconds. Like the Arita event that I'm going to in a couple of weeks, that sold out in, I think it was like under 30 seconds. So yeah, just make sure you're following them, have notifications on. That's probably the best way to find out about these events. Or follow those people that are into artist signatures. Like for example, myself, if I see an event, I normally repost it onto my story. So if you're following me, you'll be able to see that information, for example. Another way to get these artist signatures at events is to go to like Pokemon official events, so like your World Championships or your EUIC events. EUIC being the European International Championship, sorry. So January of last year, was it February? I can't remember. At the Pokemon EUIC, they had Yukimori, Ito, Shinji Kanda, and someone else. I had the privilege of meeting Ito and getting a signed Moonborough poster and also a cool photo with him. I'll put it up there somewhere. But yeah, these events, they're really good because Pokemon, if it's a big enough event, they'll normally invite some artists down, but you normally have to win access to meeting the artists by like some kind of lottery system. It can vary year by year, but that's another, like, I wouldn't say guaranteed because you have to win it, but a way to kind of see these artists that, doesn't require you to be on social media 24/7. Okay, so next topic is understanding the rules and stipulations at certain events. So you've managed to secure, tickets to your favorite artist signing event. So you're probably wondering, what next? Do I just, turn up on the day, get my stuff signed? Yes and no, yes and no. I can't stress this enough. Make sure you read up and understand exactly how the event is going to be run, ahead of the day, just so you're not disappointed, because it really does vary depending on the artist and the event organizer. So again, I'll use Arita as an example because he's got a show up coming in 2 weeks. So at Arita shows, they're normally the same kind of format each time. Arita splits his signings into 2 tiers, a common tier and a limited tier. In the common tier, all you can get is, say for example, I have a base set Charizard. All I can get is Arita's name in English, my name in English, or I guess whatever my native language would be, like whatever matches my the ID that I bring. That's the name I'll get. You can't have any nicknames, can't have it in Japanese, and you get the date. But if I went for the limited option, there's a bit more flexibility there. Obviously it costs a little bit more, but you can get a sketch, Arita's name in English or Japanese. I can get my name, English, Japanese, or whatever your native language is, or a nickname, but the nickname can't be, Pokemon specific, and also a date. So, you've got different tiers there. And that's how he runs his events. But like I said, different artists will run their events differently. Some might not do tiers, some might not even sign Pokemon cards at all, just due to what I mentioned earlier about, their contracts or what Pokemon say they can and can't sign. At EUIC, for example, if you go to one of those events or a World Championship event, you won't be able to get any Pokemon cards signed. Pokemon have like posters or little art cards there already that the artists will have, and that's what they'll be given to you once they've signed them. That there's no point bringing cards to those. So again, it's just good to read up ahead of time, so you're not kind of going to these events thinking, I'm gonna get Ito to sign my Moonborough cards, and then get there and be disappointed on the day when they're like, no, you can just have a poster. Another example, I had the privilege of meeting Yukimori a couple months ago at Collector's Showcase. Really lovely interaction, and she did me a nice sketch on like a Shikishi card. But that event, it was at Collector's Showcase, like I said. They stipulated that there was no Pokemon cards being signed, and they put it on their socials on the day. It was clearly like displayed above her desk. But you always get people that will try and chance their luck. So there was honestly so many people there with Yukimori Pokemon cards asking her, badgering her, saying, can you sign this? Can you sign this? And she was simply like, I can't. Like, it's due to Pokemon saying, her employers are telling her she can't do this. So I think it's really important that you, respect the rules that are in place. Like if an artist is clearly put, can't sign Pokemon, or if the event says they can't sign Pokemon, don't be one of those people that are just badgering them, because all you're going to do really is piss the artist off, and B, you could ruin an opportunity for, you know, the people behind you who have been waiting in line, you know, following the rules, and just put the artist in a bad mood. So yeah, just don't be one of those people. So next, let's talk about mock-ups, because mock-ups are probably the thing that I get asked about most in DMs when it comes to artist signing events. So if you don't know what I mean when I say a mock-up, simply put, it's just a template that you make, you know, before the show. You can print it out to kind of show the artist, you know, if you want a specific like placement or personalization or sketch, just kind of like how you want it arranged on the card. I do it a lot because I'm quite like, I don't want to say picky, it's just like, I like what I like. Like, I like my head sketches to be on certain positions depending on the card. And I like, you know, my name or the artist name to be put in certain positions on the card. So I make this and, you know, I politely ask the artist if they don't mind, you know, roughly following this mock-up that I've made ahead of time to kind of, I guess, give me the chance to make the best sketch possible. And, you know, every event I've been to so far, it's worked. It's, you know, yeah, the artist hadn't had any issues with it. Probably because I asked nicely. That's one thing to put in there. Make sure you're respectful when you do it. Don't just shove a template in their face. Just, you know, be respectful, be cordial. Just say, Mr. or Mrs. Artist, or whatever their title might be. Do you mind following this template that I've made? It's just showing you roughly where I want the sketch, etc, etc. I guess I should throw in another couple of disclaimers. Again, this is only used to show like the placement and positioning of text and a sketch, nothing more than that. I'd say don't go with unrealistic expectations. So again, using Arita as an example, Arita is an artist that, you know, when you go to these events, he's only going to do you like a simplistic head sketch of the character that's on the card. So don't go with like some Picasso level, you know, mock-up of Azad with like, you know, blue eyes, like multicolored flames, you know, shaded in body. You're not getting that. You're realistically only getting like a 10 to 15 second head sketch of the character on the card. Some artists, don't get me wrong, they do a little bit more detail with their sketches, but again, I still wouldn't be pushing my luck with this template. Again, it's just for rough positioning and placement, so just, you know, keep that in mind when making a mock-up. And yeah, lastly, like I said, just even if you use a mock-up, please just be respectful. Like, just use your basic, you know, manners and decency. Be like, look, I have a mock-up, would you mind, you know, following this? Again, don't just shove it in their face. Like events last year, you know, there was some confrontation with artists, I won't mention names of anyone, where, you know, they were up in an artist's face shouting, saying, you know, do this, you didn't do this right. Like, please guys, don't be those people. Just you know, get the template, polite manners, all that good stuff, and hopefully, you know, the artist will oblige and hopefully give you something along the lines of, you know, what you're looking for. Okay, so now I'll cut quickly to a clip of, you know, how you can quickly mock up, or I guess mock up a mock-up, or make a mock-up on your phone that you could print off and show artists at these events. So take a look at this. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is head on over to your phone's native app store and download an app called Moldave. This is what we're going to be using to actually make the template. Next, go on the internet and find an image of the card you want to make a template for. So for this example, I'll use a base set Charizard. I'll go onto Google, type in the name of the card, go onto images, and you can usually find a stock photo on there. Now we have this, we can head on over to the Moldave app we just downloaded. On the home page, you'll see a button that says collage, and then in the top left, you'll just see a blank square. Go ahead and click on that, and then you have the option to upload the photo of the card that you just saved from the internet. Next, if you look in the bottom left corner, you'll see a button that says frame adjust. You'll click on that and adjust the frame so that your card fits comfortably on the page with all the corners showing. Now, click on the heart icon found in the bottom right hand corner of a page. You'll see another row of buttons appear just above that. Click on the scissors that have a perforated circle with them, and then click on the same card that you uploaded for your template. Next, pinch to zoom and then draw an outline around the head of the character featured on your card. So for me, I'm going to draw around this Charizard head. Once that's done, I can resize and reposition the head I've just cut out and position it where I want it to be on the card. Now, in the bottom right next to that heart icon, you'll see a save button. Click on that, save it as a standard size, and then we can go on to the next step. Now we're going to go back onto our browser and head to a site called DeepL. This basically allows you to translate from English to Japanese and vice versa. So what we're going to do, again using Arita as an example, we're going to type in Mitsuhiro Arita's name into DeepL and get the Japanese translation or the characters in Japanese for his name. After this, head on over to Instagram and open up your stories. You're going to open up the photo that you just made on Moldiv. Now, using the copied text that we just made on DeepL, we're going to paste that onto the picture, and then we can rearrange the text that says Arita in Japanese to where we want it to be positioned on the card during the signing event. Once this is done, go back onto DeepL and do the same thing with your name personalization. So for me, I'm going to do Aaron, get the Japanese equivalent, and then paste it onto the card where I want it positioned during the signing event. Finally, do the same thing with the date and position that as well, and then you're good to go to save that photo and then maybe print it out or show it on your phone. I hope that helped, guys. So the final thing to talk about when it comes to like artists signing events and autographs is the different grading options you have, because a lot of people I see get confused when it comes to autograph grading. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to stick to PSA. You know, there are other companies like CGC and Beckett that do autograph grading, but you know, PSA I guess are the standard when it comes to Pokemon cards. So I'll stick with them for the purpose of this video. So let's assume, you know, you're back home now, you've got your prize card signed by your favorite artist, and you think, you know, I want to encapsulate this, I want to protect it, I'm going to grade it. You really have a few options when it comes to autograph grading, or specifically at PSA. Those options are, I guess the first one is grading both the card and the autograph. So this option is where PSA will do the standard grading on your card, the same way if you submit, you know, a raw unsigned card to PSA, they'll give you a numeric number between 1 and 10, but they'll also grade your autograph based on like the pen consistency, placement, and like overall eye appeal. So you get what's called a dual grade. So you might have, you know, your card graded at a Gem Mint 10, and then they'll also grade your autograph on a scale of 1 to 10. So you could get the highest possible grade, which is a 10-10. I'll put an example up of a card I got dual graded last year. It was an Arita signed Giovanni. Luckily got the PSA 20, Gem Mint 10, Auto 10. But, you know, you can get varied grades. You can get like, you know, a PSA 9, but Auto 10. You can get an Auto 10, but card grade of like 4, for example. So yeah, with that option, you know, normally people do this if they think they have a really strong card and the autograph came out really well. So the other alternatives are you can either have the card graded and the autograph just authenticated. So that would look like this example here, where the card's been graded, you know, on the 1 to 10 scale. And because, you know, you might not think the autograph came out the best, it might be a little bit streaky, might not look great, for example, and you think, okay, I'm just going to grade the cards and get the autograph authenticated. Yeah, so that's what it looks like. You know, you get grade at the top and just authentic underneath. And then on the flip side of that, you can just get the autograph graded and the card authenticated. So, you know, if you have, say, you know, your battered childhood Charizard and you think, okay, this is going to grade like a PSA 2, but the autograph is really clean and it's got a chance at, say, a PSA 10, you might just get authentic and then, you know, auto grade 10, for example. So yeah, you can choose any one of those options. For me personally, you know, I like to try and go for dual grades. Normally I'll only try and get a card, you know, autographed if it's like maybe, I don't know, an 8 or above. It's just personal preference. Obviously there's no, you know, nothing stopping you from having a dual grade 410 or whatever. But yeah, I guess the more you do autograph events, you kind of find out what you prefer and what works for you. But yeah, you can just sub that to PSA. Normally takes a little bit longer because it's got to go through 2 departments. They have a autograph department which will spend time, you know, authenticating your autograph to make sure, you know, it's legit, and then it will go to the normal card grading section where they'll give you that standard, you know, 1 to 10 grade. But yeah, that's kind of all there is to autograph grading with PSA, and I imagine it's fairly similar with the other, you know, grading companies, but you'll have to do a bit of research on that because I'm not too familiar myself. And I guess to close out, the last thing, it's not really a tip or a trick per se, but, you know, as I mentioned earlier, just when you go to these events, please just, you know, be respectful to the artists. Like, a lot of people don't realize how lucky we are. We're still getting these, albeit rare, opportunities to kind of meet the people that brought, you know, some of our favorite characters to life. Like, these OG artists, a lot of them, they just don't sign anymore. So the few we have that still do, you know, your Aritas, you know, and some of the other artists that are out there that do these kind of rare signing events, if you're going to them, just remember, you know, there are a lot of people out there who want the opportunity to get some of these cards signed. And if you have access to these events, don't take it for granted. Like, you know, you always go to an event and see someone trying to cause some kind of trouble, and you just gotta, like, you know, it's annoying, isn't it? Because you just think this one bit of trouble could make this artist, it could push them over the edge and be like, you know what, I'm retiring tomorrow, I've got my bag, I don't need this anymore. So yeah, just make sure, you know, when you're there, just be as respectful as possible. Don't ruin a good thing for the rest of us. And just remember, these people are human. So, like, you know, some artists, they might not be having the best day. They might have traveled thousands of miles. They might have a cold, under the weather, all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you know, you might just see them as, oh, they're just there to sign my cards, I've paid them, it's a service. But no, they are human beings as well. They're gonna have good days, they're gonna have bad days. You know, just as much as possible, try and enjoy the experience, you know, try and enjoy the interaction, maybe try and get a photo, just make a memory, you know, for you, make the artist remember you as well. But yeah, you know, I'll stop rambling about that. But overall, I hope this video has helped, again, even slightly, in terms of, you know, maybe starting your autograph collection, maybe adding to it, maybe trying something new at the next event. If it has, let me know in the comments. I mean, if it hasn't, let me know in the comments. Let me know what I've missed. And I'd love to hear, you know, any kind of events that you guys have coming up, or any, you know, future events that I might have missed. Because like I said, I'm trying to get as many artist autographs as I can this year. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you guys updated. Like I said, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting whenever I see, you know, these artist events. So hopefully I can meet some of you guys at them. And all I can say is, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.